Devin the Dream Haney goes over to Australia and pitches a shutout and dominates George Kambosos in front of his home crowd. Whooped him up, took his belts, and took his girl. No, I'm just joking. He didn't take his girl. What's going on, y'all? This your boy Get a Mic. Much love, peace, blessings. Shout out to everybody that's checking into the channel. Make sure you smash the like button. Oh, man. Devin Haney, father, joins him in his corner and out-trains, out-coaches Kambosos' corner. His son goes in, barely gets touched. Kambosos, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what was going on, but they would not make adjustments. He went into this fight trying to do the exact same thing over and over again, seen it wasn't working, and kept trying, man. Just really trying to land two punches the whole fight. Didn't never make adjustments. Every time he tried to throw a punch or something and he started trying to do his little flurries, Devin Haney would tie him up like a true champion, don't allow him to do anything he was trying to do, and continue to jab him to the body, jab him in the head, left hook him. I mean, unanimous decision, man. Straight up. I mean, it was just one-sided fight. You know, Kambosos was doing all that talking before the fight. You know what I'm saying? On his high horse, talking about 300 and Leonidas and Xerxes and all of that. Went in there and barely was able to land anything significant tonight, man. And, you know, big ups to Devin Haney. The kid is super talented, just like we knew he was. Obviously, if you was at the fight and you had to fly out there and all that other stuff, obviously wasn't going to be that entertaining, to be honest. I mean, it wasn't really much to see from a fan standpoint. But they knew what they had to do going way over to Australia, you know what I mean, in hostile territory where, you know, all the fans were screaming and booing and basically, I mean, I seen one guy flicking Devin Haney off after he stood up on the ropes after the fight. So very hostile crowd, and Devin Haney goes over and puts on a hell of a performance, man. It just gets the win in grand fashion to become the undisputed lightweight champion in the world. Now, you're definitely gonna have those that believe, you know, he's not a true undisputed, and you're gonna have all the naysayers and, oh, it was an easy way, an easy belt, you know what I mean, easy way to get the belts. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You got to give credit to where credit is due. The opportunity presented itself for him to go over there and fight in hostile territory in this man's backyard, and he came out victorious. And you just got to give credit where credit is due. The man is a true champion, and I believe he's gonna be ready for whatever challenges presents itself. There's a few things I do think he could have done better tonight. Obviously, I think he could have protected his chin a little bit better. You know what I mean? Kept that right hand up, kept that chin tucked a little bit, but for the most part, he didn't allow Kambosos to land anything. So obviously, he felt comfortable enough to do what he had to do. You know what I mean, in this fight. I guess he was comfortable enough with his athletic ability to elude, to step back a half step just to keep Kambosos out of reach. And then whenever Kambosos would lunge in, he would slip, move out the way, duck down, you know what I mean, spin him around, tie him up, whatever he had to do. And I believe he knew it was enough to go over there and really outbox Kambosos. I mean, Kambosos looks like he got really short arms, man. I mean, the guy's arms was damn near stuck to his chest every time he tried to throw a punch, man. But you know, he didn't really do what was needed. He didn't make any adjustments. I mean, any time he tried to, you know, really rough up Devin Haney, I mean, he just was smaller, he was shorter, arms were shorter. He just didn't really have enough to really even make Devin Haney really uncomfortable in this fight, to be totally honest. You know what I mean? So Devin Haney, his father, I believe, did a good job of keeping him level-headed in this fight, not letting him get, you know, out of his focus and keeping him disciplined. And they did exactly what they had to do to go over there and get, you know what I mean, the win and win the titles and all of that good stuff like that, man. So, no, I definitely don't want to see this fight again. Like I said before, we don't need to see it again. I don't think anything would be done differently in a rematch, especially if the fight ends up over here in the United States. It'll probably be worse next time, man. So he need to go ahead and forget about that. Try to work his way back. Try to fight some other fighters at 135 pounds, man, and try to get back into the mix maybe in the future. You know, fight some other names. You know what I mean? And I mean, you know, hey, I personally would have liked to see George Kambosos get out the ring. You know what I mean? After he had his post-fight interview, the man stayed in the ring too long, in my personal opinion, man. I mean, you lost the fight. You lost it big on the cards, man, and you had your post-fight interview. You said what you had to say. You know what I mean? Now it's Haney's turn to talk, and now you all, you know what I mean, running all up on the man, all touching on his arms and talking to his dad in the middle of his interview, man. It's like, come on, man, don't be disrespectful. Let the man shine. Let him have his time. We don't want to see a rematch. You keep talking about we're going to exercise rematch clause and all of that, and it's like, yo, we don't want to see that. You know what I mean? Just forget about it. Take your L. You talked all the talk you can talk in front of your home fans, man. You got shut out. You know what I mean? Not even really a close fight, to be honest, man. You barely touched Devin Haney. Just forget about the rematch. We don't want to see it. We're not checking for it. We're not looking for it. So forget about it. You know what I mean? And as far as for Devin Haney, there's plenty of fights out there for the young fella. Plenty of big fights, big grand future. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff to look forward to. And I wouldn't mind seeing him, you know, fight Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? I don't know if he deserves that situation, but we'll see it. I don't mind. I'm not gonna get into that who deserves what type crap. You know what I mean? I feel like Devin Haney should go in there and whoop up on anybody who he get the opportunity. I would like to see him versus Lomachenko. I still want to see that fight. You know what I mean? I don't care what people say. I want to see that fight. And I definitely would like to see a Gervonta Tank Davis fight versus Haney as well. You know what I mean? I want to see it all, man. So it is what it is. The sky is the limit for the young fella. Hell of a fight. Hell of a performance. You know what I mean? I understand there's things both fighters could have done differently, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. The fight is in the books. It's history. And now it's time to look forward to what's going to happen us at the 135-pound division. You know, who knows what can happen, man. Who knows? But it's going to be interesting to see, man. But as far as the fight, the night of boxing, man, most of the night of boxing was boring. For the most part, there was a couple knockouts and things, you know what I mean? But for the most part, this main event, it was cool. I would have liked to see a lot more punches thrown, but I definitely did understand I understand the intent behind what Haney and his father was trying to, you know, do and play it smart and just outbox this guy and go ahead and get out of there with a win. So I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Just jumping in here to do my post-fight reaction to let you guys know how I felt about the fight. If you guys felt differently or you have your opinions, feel free to drop those down below. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got for this video. This your boy Get a Mic. Much love, peace, and blessings. And I'll be out of here. Peace.